All right, we're here with Edgar, Charmed Groom. Pretty cool commander, except we're not a vampire deck. We're just sort of playing him because I want to play something that's black and white, and he flips into something that's kind of annoying for the opponent, while at the same time I don't really have to recast him. And I like that. He just sort of sits there kind of forever. Um, I'm pretty sure if they blow up the artifact, I do have to recast it, but that's not a super common occurrence, and it's also not the end of the world. Especially when our opponent discerns that we're actually not playing to the board, really. What we're really trying to do is play a Super Friends package again. I'm still on that. I have this itch. And we're doing Approach the Second Sun, which is right here. Key to the Archive. And 9 Lives Solemnity is in here. And Book of Exalted Deeds, Faceless Haven is in here as well. So we have all the hard to lose the game, basically, kind of combo things going on. So we're just sort of trying to draw to that and keep the board clear. I think we might want some more targeted removal to deal with annoying planeswalkers instead of a boatload. We're running like every sweeper except 2, I believe. I think there's like 2 board wipes that I'm not in here that it could be. Maybe like 3 or something, but 2 that I know of. Other than that, actually no, Midnight Reaper. I had it in here initially, but then I realized we're not really a creature deck, so I might drop that. Doesn't really do anything except replace itself. Yeah, so we'll see how this works. I'm sure it'll be good enough, but we'll see. What do I want? What do I want instead of that? Probably another board wipe. Maybe Vraska's Contempt, just another way to deal with them. Oh, it's already in here. Hero's Downfall is not in here, I believe. I always forget about that card because it's an uncommon now, so it always like eludes me. But yeah, we'll see how we do. I like this. It looks cool. I haven't played it yet. I'm sure we're gonna get clapped a couple times, but I'm sure we'll win some. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and let's play some Magic the Gathering. I was playing some blue earlier to get the yesterday's quest. Historic Brawl with Edgar. Oh boy. I love black-white decks, so this is cool. One of my favorite color combinations. Also, it's freezing cold where I am. It snowed, and the heating is poop, so I am using my blanket that I use to make a more clean background, typically. It is now on my body. Okay, we have Approach, but we're against a red-green deck, so we don't have any sweeper, which is kind of insane. There's like as many sweepers as there are like basic lands. I still like this. We can tutor for a sweeper. We're not mana screwed. I like it. I like it. Oh yeah, for lands in this deck, there's a lot. Like a lot. So if we get mana screwed, it's not my fault this time, I swear. Alright, that's a good turn too. Oh, they don't have another land though, so this is quite devastating, especially with Thoughtseize. They didn't commit to this, which is... Yeah, we're going to take the Llanowar Elves with this hand and just buy an obscene amount of time. Yeah, this is just not good. We certainly could use the time as well, given our hand here. Alright, they found a land. They play this? What does this even do? Go to your combat. Creatures haze. Target creature you control gains +1/+1 haste. Okay, so they can use that to give other things haste. It can give it itself haste too. That's annoying. Do we kill that? I think I want to run out of Locket though. We might actually be able to mindlessly just go for it. Approach the Second Sun and then just tutor for it and win. That would be kind of hilarious. Oh, runner land. Did they have another 3-mana card? They didn't. So they drew one. Oh, of course they drew one. It was also the best thing to draw because it let... Oh, they didn't use it for mana though. At this point we're going to sweep the board. Non-dragon. Let's not mess around. We have a ton of sweepers, so this is a creature-based deck. I don't want Kogla to naturalize me, but Might happen. This is not super scary. I'm going to run out the Celestus and probably leave up Hero's Downfall. Yeah. This has to attack, right? No, target... Okay. So if they tap out for... Wait. Yeah, we're going to just kill this because I'd rather them not get 2 triggers off of it, and 1 is probably fine. Is it play? It is play. So they got Chandra. I guess they can give this protection right now, but that is totally fine. Yeah, this is actually really good because they don't get this now, and if they commit anything after this, we continue to sweep the board. We're 1 land away from approach, and I really want to use this to find approach. They found a land. Do they have a 4-drop that isn't just their commander? That would be pretty nice. Rip, they don't. That's annoying. Alright, that's probably one of the best draws, right? Kogla killing this is not good, but yeah, whatever. I'm gonna get my land. Get a white source? Sure. And can't Blood Chief's Thirst anything. This is actually kind of close because we're a little bit low here. Approach gains 7, but it doesn't really do anything if they have a board while they do that. They also get another Tectonic Giant trigger. Well, I guess it's way weaker now because they tapped out completely first, which is fine. Oh, I guess they activate this, though, with the, yeah. But now we just take 3. Put this here. Fumigate gains us 3 life, I think. I'm not sure. Because this doesn't actually die, so I don't know how this works. Pretty sure I have to do this or I'm dead, so... Yeah, we only gain 2, unfortunately. Please don't have another threat. Target creature, planeswalker, doesn't matter. Creature, planeswalker. The devils are kind of annoying. And Kogla can die to removal, so I'll just take this. If they just cast Kogla. And I think... non-token. Ah, alright, I was about to say the devils would draw 3, but they don't. I think we're dead, though, because I have to deal with Kogla, and I can't approach while I do that, so... Oh, we're just dead to their commander. I actually gave them the yeah, I didn't realize. That was embarrassing. That was really, really stupid. I can't believe I didn't realize that. I gave them Devotion so they could swing. Wow. And I let them draw a card because they don't draw off of the devil tokens. Yeah, I messed that up completely. Let's see, if they had 3 devils in play, we gained 7. We absolutely could have won that if I took Kogla. Absolutely. I can't believe I did that. Wow. That sucks. Oh well. We were wicked close, though. Well, it was 1 land. 2 lands, 2 lands, 2 sweepers. No, 3 sweepers. Oh my god, what are we up against? Mono red. Yeah. Okay. All right. 4 sweepers. All right, opponent. Can you do it? Actually, not even. Can I draw the lands? There is a lot of lands in here, and a lot of mana rocks. So, oh come on. We can do things with 1 land here, because we can divination. Non-creature spells, dealing damage, okay. Man, I want to criticize mono red right now, saying I don't see the point, but... Oh, it looks like I'm going to lose to it. Really? Not like this. This person's playing Field of Red. That's funny. Alright, I'm not dead if I don't draw land right now, but it's getting kind of close. Alright, we drew land. We're going to get rid of Ignite the Beacon. We could get rid of a Sweeper probably, but seems fine. We take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then they have 1/1s. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you get a Satyr token. Yep, lame. If we didn't miss a land drop, we could actually play the game, but whatever. Well, at least with the aggro stuff, the game isn't long, so I can move on with my life. But certainly a matchup we feel very favored, because we have so many board wipes, and we just don't miss lands. That sucks. Not much I can do about it, though. It happens. We're just cruising. We're cruising along. All right. Good hand. I like it. Against red, blue. The next instant is. Okay, so it's literally Vadrik, but worse. It also demands you have additional creatures outside of Vadrik, so this is definitely Vadrik, but worse. And it's only one spell. It's actually not just continuous. I've never seen this card, and I'm sure there's a reason. It's probably just because Vadrik outshines it. Just happens from time to time with certain commanders. Kind of want them to just play more wizards, I guess. Or maybe they equip stuff to this. I don't know. What are we doing here? We're just going to run out Edgar. We're just going to run out Edgar. Edgar gives us lifelink tokens, right? Yes. Tokens are lifelink. And I feel as though our opponent will try to deal with this because they don't currently know we're not a vampire deck. They could also just not care, but we'll see. They swung. Leaving up mana. Interesting. Certainly going to bait something here. I don't care. This gets countered. Nice. I'm never a fan of countering ramp spells. I think countering payoffs of ramp spells is certainly stronger. Now, this does loot. This is not just a mana rock. It's a very strong card. Alright, so this... If I plus on my commander, what happens? It goes back to my hand instead of flipping, which we actually don't want. I suppose I'll just minus here. Fine, that's fine. We'll just make them recast this. It has haste, so it pings this down to 1, but that's fine. Places a land. We don't swing. Not really trying to kill our opponent with damage. They could obviously deal with Edgar. Edgar getting countered is kind of annoying because he doesn't get turned into a weird artifact. I might run Athreos in this deck, but currently I'm not. Okay, that's... Wait a minute. How does this work? Does this exile? Wait. Where's the sweeper they just cast? There it is. This is not exile, so if I say no, it just flips. Okay. Make sure I don't mess that up. Because we don't really want to spend mana on that ever again. Alright, so we have Faithless Haven, so we could now go for the book. It is an artifact, and they are red, so there is artifact destruction. Looks like there's no counter spell. If I do get the book, I would like to cast it immediately. Completely demand that they have an answer. Now, they also could run Field of whatever you call it, that we see every now and again, Field of Ruin. So maybe Phyrexian Arena is just better, because it's an enchantment. It's very difficult for them to deal with this. And the fact that I can get into play immediately is nice. And we sort of offset the life loss with the vampires. So this seems like a win-win in many ways. Overdrawing multiple cards a turn is certainly a good thing. We don't have a lot of cards in hand. And if I don't really have anything to go for specifically, this is also nice. And I get to immediately cast it. You could say I go for Ujin, which does kind of the same thing. But this is a lot harder for them to deal with. And Ujin can't be cast immediately. Alright, so go for your... No, they don't. When you cast your next instant or sorcery, exile the top 3 cards. Okay, so we're getting some random bajank here. Suppose a duress is very nice here. Okay, I probably wasn't going to take a removal spell. Oh no, they blew it up! Ah, they blew it up, dude. Monster. Alright, so this goes away. How does this work? Until end of turn. They cannot... Wait, okay, take action. They actually can't cast this or play these lands. Oh, it was the only thing in their hand. I got you. Alright, their hand is actually really bad. Unfortunately, we had nothing else to do, so it kind of worked out. I'm surprised they didn't draw a discard. What did they choose, actually? Oh, they shocked the vampire. Okay. Decline. Oh, we got exiled. Oh, no, dude, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. They exiled my commander. Because again, I wasn't reading. That's why you always got to read these stupid red cards. Because some of them exile with damage and some don't. Alright, so Edgar's out of the game forever because I'm dumb. Yeah, dude, that was I can't say oops. I guess I'll say sorry. Sorry that I like ruined the game integrity. Felidar Retreat's good though. Now Edgar again, not really doing much, but it is good to have the board covered, and now we kind of don't. We did kind of get something that does something similar and a little bit bigger, but looks like they're literally playing only wizards, so that's nice. Alright, so we draw a card. They have 1 mana. It looks like they have a castable card, which is kind of annoying. I am going to try to wipe the board. Oh, I played a land first. I'm stupid. I didn't Felidar. That's probably fine, though. That's fine. I'm not sweating it too much. We get Adamant, so we get some food here. Offset the life loss from actually playing this. Alright, yeah, kind of wish I did that in a different order, but it is what it is. We're not out of this. We're just gonna Soul Shatter. The commander is not very threatening, but... Hey, we actually drew the book! Alright, so we can put that... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute, wait a minute. This is 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 plus 4. We can do everything. Oh, no, we can't. This is way too much white mana. Yeah, I couldn't do everything. Rip. Alright, make a cat. And pass. They have a 1 mana spell they're holding up. I'm curious what it is. Maybe Shock, Lightning Bolt. It's not Faithless Looting because they haven't cast it. This isn't double the spell, right? No, it's just the spell. This doubles the spell, but they haven't shown me a crazy spell. Now, if that is Epiphany, we're in trouble. I think I'm... Okay, that was a really good draw. So was that, kind of. Guess I'll lead with the one that makes me not lose life. Can they copy any spell? Oh, that's annoying. So they can copy my discard spell. But honestly, our hand really isn't that good, right? Like if they just discard this or maybe even the other discard spell, we're not really upset. So this seems kind of fine. And I'd rather them copy Thoughtseize because they lose life that way. And Humiliate would actually put a counter on their mage. I mean, this is barring they actually do, in fact, copy the discard spell. Okay, they don't copy the discard spell. They just cast their whole hand out. So now we know we're clear to... Oh, wait. No, never mind. They still Thoughtseize, right? We just have a 2-2 in play. We could have maybe put a counter on it and tried to mess them up there, but... Alright, so we activate this. Just trying to think. So if I do this... Is this a sorcery? This is a sorcery. Do I have any reason to swing and get this into potential trouble? I feel like I don't, because as long as this is a thing, I'm happy. Also, we're not trying to... Well, you know what? I'm going to swing. It looks like they have nothing. Let's not overthink this. So now they have to deal with this. And when they do deal with it, we don't immediately die at like as if it were a 9 lives. Okay, so they pick up the copy boy, which is really annoying because if this is Epiphany, I am... Yep, draw a card, fine. I am going to be upset. They knew about a second... Oh, those are the worst cards to draw right now because I can't humiliate this mage because then they copy it and this goes, and we obviously don't want that to happen. Alright, of these 2 cards, I'd prefer this one to get countered because approach is a little bit more important. Alright, nice, nice. Are we still going to cast Approach? We have a chance to get another one from the key, and it's also not super important if they can just never answer this, but they didn't scoop, so I think they can. And I feel as though they would actually counter this, so I'm just going to snap this off. I feel like they would just snap counter the Elspeth Conquers Death. Yeah. It looks like they even thought about if they could copy it, but that obviously doesn't do anything. They still know about the 2 cards in her hand. If we ever go to Humiliate, we lose both, basically. Alright, so I'm not going to cast Sign in... Oh, you know what? This is so annoying, because if I cast Sign in, they copy it. This mage has been quite annoying. And if I make them discard, they just take it. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. Right? Because I have to deal with this eventually. And if this is Epiphany, I'd rather this be out of the hand so they can't copy Epiphany and they take 2 turns and we're like super bad. Super bad spot. So I think we just take our lumps here and deal with this mage as we can. Oh, wow. That's not expected. That's completely unexpected. Wow. Yeah, alright. I mean, yeah. I just won't do anything? Is that wrong? Is it wrong to do nothing? Do I trade? See, just getting this out of hand seems nice, but our opponent's in like this top deck mode, and I don't really want to pull them out of it. Because if this is Epiphany and they just have to snap it off, I think we're fine. Alright, it looks like they tapped off of the mage. Willing to cast this, take shields down seems a little reckless, especially how it's not really doing anything. Loyalty. I kind of forgot this would happen, but okay, sure. They probably didn't realize either because it doesn't make sense to play this and have it immediately die. Alright, 1 more card draw and we're there. So we save the discard spell for the crucial turn. No, because again, the mage kind of stops discards because I don't want to discard this. So I kind of have to do this now and hope they don't draw anything. Increasing Vengeance. Okay, but that's only your spells, right? So I'll just take those. We're going to kill their commander because plussing doesn't really do anything. And the ultimate's decent, but it's not like crazy. And we put... I think we'll just go wide here. It doesn't really matter. Pretty free to just attack them. So I will. We get more damage if we put a counter, but that's not really relevant. And we have this still. And this, and this. It was Epiphany! Wow, and they do get to copy it. So all my attempts to not let this happen didn't matter. Opponent takes 2 extra turns. Great. But if they're top decking, all they really did was cycle it. Still have to actually find something. And Kaya doesn't matter. I mean, both players know if I draw this and they don't find something, they lose. Yeah, good game. Get wrecked. Haha, we won with Approach. That's mad funny. They took 2 extra turns, so it was Epiphany, where we were in fact respecting the correct card. And there wasn't really anything we could do about it. I mean, you know, I don't know. There wasn't much we could really do about that. Funny, our quest is actually black and white, and that was the commander I picked. But we take those. Okay, another blue. Is that the Rouse-a-Wreck? I think so. So another blue-red deck. This is the one that copies, right? So probably something extremely similar to what just happened. We don't have an answer to the actual commander. What does this find us that's good here? I don't think anything. I don't like this. Oh yeah, Mox Amber's in here because Edgar never leaves the battlefield, so Mox Amber's always active, which I like. And we have some planeswalkers and stuff. It just seems... it seems decent. Not like super crazy, but... we don't exploit this into oblivion, but... I like it. Alright, we don't have a planes yet, so we're going to do this. I'm not going to play this. I will turn to discard, certainly. Alright, Stone Rain, kind of annoying. Very good to copy with their commander. They can proliferate it. I don't think I care about any of that. So we'll take Stone Rain, because we don't really want to lose 2 lands for no reason. Whoops, wrong card. I'm just going to run out Mox. There's really no benefit of not just casting it, like, in any way. Alright, so we'll look for something. I don't really care about the life gain. They can bounce my Mox with Brazenbower, but that doesn't really seem strong. Just make sure that's all we have. Yep, so it's just lands and these few cards. It's so weird. Yeah, you can tutor for a mana rock. That's funny. Do we, though? I don't think so. I kind of want Elspeth. No, we don't. No, we don't. They have 1 creature in play, and it doesn't get hit by that, so... We'll have 5 mana next turn. We could Conquer's Death. It just harasses their commander. But so does Ujin, and Ujin also has things to do in the meantime, so maybe we pick that instead. It costs more mana, though. This is actually kind of tough. Oh, wait, we only have 4 mana next turn because Mox Amber's not online, so I guess I'll take something lower to the ground then. Because I actually have to cast Edgar first. But yeah, their Brazenbower Petty Theft is holding priority. They did not do anything kind of reasonable, though I think just Tezzeret's Gambit is what I would do there. So I kind of expect a counterspell, and we obviously don't care if this gets countered. Alright, no counterspell. We certainly don't care if it dies, because it just flips back and forth. Oh, alright, sure. That is totally fine, and kind of surprising. Well, they can't really go for their commander, but I feel as though they're just going to do it anyways. No, they don't. Alright, wow. Do they have a counterspell again? This time, rather? Looks like they do. I don't think I care. Oh, wow. Alright. Kind of lost the Mox Amber. That's funny. Didn't get to use it. Not a big deal. We found a land, so we're at 5 again. And we don't really do anything above 6. In fact, you could argue this should just be a land. And it probably should, honestly. It probably should be a land, because I don't use the mana fast, right? Alright, so X is 4, do all the above. They get a 4/4, I return a creature and use Crime and draw 1. You opt. Okay, so they've dealt with our commander a few times here, but not really dealing with it, and if we trade with this, it seems kind of nice, so I guess I'll attempt to do that. They're not really answering my commander, they're just bouncing it. Alright, now do you go for your commander? You have 2 mana afterwards. They've been holding on to Gambit for the proliferate, I would assume. Looks like they just do nothing. Wow, well, we're certainly going to do this. Wait, what? 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 Command zone? Okay. I think I caught them by surprise with the block? Like they just weren't expecting me to block? I feel as though that is just what happened, but I can't confirm. Weird. They're like, oh wow, he blocked. Okay, so an enchantment. Again, this has no target. We could get a half of this. It doesn't feel strong. I don't know if we have time to ever get Smothering Tithe in play, but if we do, it's nice. The alternative is Phyrexian Arena, but I think I'm going to get Tithe in this spot and leave up Despark for their commander. The weird Despark. The very weird Despark. This is a really weird card. I want to see the full art of this, like with the title out of the way and stuff. It's really weird. You can barely see the planes on it. What I like about Magic Arena is not initially, but like when it first came out, they didn't have this, but now you have all like the mana costs on the top of the card. Okay, they do this Okay. Couldn't they have... Huh. I feel like they should have done... They could have copied that, right? Hey, we drew it anyways. Now, drawing cards is nice when you know I'm going to resolve Smothering Tithe, obviously. Because you don't want me to do that. Oh, of course. Great. We also don't have Despark mana up, so I can't immediately deal with their commander. But they look uninterested in casting it. Okay. This is for 0. We don't lose any life, so I will in fact do this. They also didn't memory, which is very strange to me. They did not cast memory. Like, we have a full hand, right? Oh, I guess that's certainly a thing you could do. Alright. Well, I mean, hopefully we find a board wipe now. There's obviously a ton in our deck, and I don't think we've drawn any. We have not. We're more likely to draw a sweeper than a basic land, actually. Yeah, I mean, looks like we're gonna sort of get tempoed out, which is unfortunate because I feel like this is a decent matchup, like kind of like the last game. All right, we found a land. Can't really do anything with it. I can threaten one of these with this, but then they have a braid, which is extremely annoying. I guess we're gonna just try to Vraska's Contempt their commander. I should probably play this because then I can Despark too. No, we're going to lead with Despark, actually, because if that resolves, I can Contempt one of the creatures. It does. Alright, on their upkeep, I will Contempt, or if they tap to cast that, I guess I have to Contempt now, or I just die. So we go up to 9, then down to 3. No real answer to the board. Then we go down to 2 because of Arena. Narset means Arena doesn't draw additional cards, so now we're losing life with no benefit. And Memory obviously just means I only draw 1 here. Alright, well, good for our opponent, I guess. They played kind of strange in my opinion, but it just paid off. I mean, I don't like the try to tempo for 6 turns in a row and have it work plan, but for our opponent in that instance, it actually did work, which is kind of crazy. They just dealt with Edgar enough that it couldn't be a 4/4 that harassed their planeswalkers and stuff. So I guess good on them. They even had a braid, so they could literally blow up the artifact side too. It's kind of funny. Like Prismari Command blew up our Mox Amber, which I don't think would have done anything because we never got a legendary permanent to stick. It's kind of weird. Alright, Chatterfang has to be a good matchup. I'm saying it now. Other than discard spells, this is definitely a good matchup. I'm going to play this as a land, because we have so many board wipes, and the only thing Chatterfang does is play to the board. I will play this untapped, because them knowing about my very next land drop is not a big deal. I'll name black. Okay, chatty boys in play. Hopefully they don't have planeswalkers, because that would be the main issue. Witch's Oven, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, the food tokens, right. Food tokens, they give you squirrels. Okay, so we're gonna... I think we're actually gonna lead with a discard spell right now, because they're running low on cards in hand, and I want to take something that could be very annoying, like a planeswalker. 2 removal spells and a thing we don't care about. Alright, we're going to take a trophy, because that's the only card that's a problem. They have a dead removal spell, and they're going to make 1 squirrel and a treasure token. And I guess gain a life. Hey, they drew a land, and it's a treasure vault. They can sacrifice it to make treasure tokens, which also make squirrels. I did not play this in my Chatterfang deck. Chatterfang is such a fun card. I love it. Okay, so we're going to play land. We're going to Crux of Fate. Non-draggy boys. And our opponent has Stone Cold Nothing. They're going to Reclaimer a land. They have Field of Ruin. Oh, this card, please. I want to know, if you run this in your deck, let me know in the comments how often you genuinely use this to deal with things. Because I'm curious how often people actually use Field of Ruin for a reason. Now, our opponent sacrificed a basic. They didn't have to. They notably have a lot of colorless sources, and they still chose to sacrifice the forest. Like, a lot of colorless sources here. They have, like, 2 colored ones and a couple temporary or just 1 temporary. Skeletal Swarming. Beginning of your end step, Curious Skeleton. Grade 2. Okay, well that's certainly one of the best things they could draw because we don't really have an answer to it. Let's see if we find Approach and Cheese a Victory. No. Can I cast this now? Oh, wait. Is this good? Do we win with this? I don't think so. I feel like getting an immediate answer to this skeleton thing is good. Because I feel like I'm going to tutor for an answer. I might as well find one off of this. And technically, they're the same in terms of... Yeah, we'll just take... We'll take Frozen Grip. And we'll get rid of... Ooh. No. Land. Let's not get crazy. Alright, so don't literally top deck an answer to my only green source. Alright, so they're going to make 2 skeletons? No, just 1 and a squirrel. Oh, they're going to make 2 skeletons and 2 squirrels because a creature died this turn. Big brain, big brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not dead. Crater Hoof is impossible to cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we can just Frozen Grip this annoying card here. Also, I guess we could, in fact, cast Wrath in the same turn. But it tapped my second white source because, of course, it did. Alright. It's fine. There's really nothing they can do to immediately kill us. I think I'm just going to crack this now, because why not? I don't really need the mana, and I just want to see what's going on top. Fine. Phone going off. The only time my phone goes off is when I'm... Wow, we actually got punished. We actually got completely punished for tapping it, because now they get to scry into a good card. Where they otherwise wouldn't. We get to kill this now, but obviously that turn could have just been better. Now they get to scry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. They scry 8 times. Instead of just 1. So this is very annoying. Oh, they immediately found a good card. I guess that's kind of depressing. Yep. We're going to cast our commander, though. They're choosing where to place their commander, yep. And now we can play an untapped source to crack this food. I don't know what they would put on top. Probably a planeswalker. I doubt it was a land. I don't know how many things I would put on top in this spot. Yep, it's a planeswalker. What a surprise. They'll probably... Yeah, they'll definitely block, right? Yeah. Makes no sense not to. So we're looking for a removal spell. We could fire up the Faceless Haven. It's not like it's doing anything. We're not going to be able to use it to not lose through this Field of Ruin, so... We could also find something pretty useful here off the top. Nope. Yeah, I think we're gonna fire up this Faceless Haven here, because it's eventually gonna get blown up. I don't know how many times they're gonna keep Field of Ruin tapped down, and obviously this is a problem card. And this is a vampire because it's every creature type, so it gets the +1/+1, so we get to trade here. Oh, right. It doesn't just die, does it? Oh, it does. Ah, oh, because of the Heartless Act. Man. That is so annoying. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This hasn't died yet. 5, 6. We can recast it, and I kind of want to take action, yeah. Because we're not doing anything else. Oh, that's actually really annoying. But I mean, I couldn't do anything about it, and I knew about it, so it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just looking for another board wipe. Which means this Vivian is going to be here pretty much forever, actually. Whenever you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for one of the lesser mana value. Okay, they did this before they cast their commander? Did they not have the mana? Yes, they did. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Certainly a good draw. This Vivian can't deal with it, so we lead with this. We have 11 life, though. Not a lot. Oh. I can't cast... I can't do the X part, and I don't think it would do anything for me anyways, no. Kind of have to deal with Kaya. Kaya, yes. Vivian. Certainly have to deal with Vivian. So we do that. Destroy all Planeswalkers. Because like I said, the only thing that's a problem for us are Planeswalkers, really. Okay. Sure. Kind of a weird time to do that, in my opinion. We go down to 4, up to 3. Which one of these is a problem? Treasure, sacrifice, draw. So I guess I get rid of this one. Go up to 3. I cannot cast this or I'll die. I don't even think it will let me. It won't let me. And I think I'm going to run out the land, because why not? Alright, we're kind of low, but they don't have anything that immediately kills us. They have no creature or haste threat, right? So this is as good as it's going to get. Just trying to buy time. We get 2 Planeswalkers, but we tap 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 mana after that. So Kaya and Ujin are decent. Yep. They also don't have an attack this turn, which is nice. They can sacrifice to draw. So this can't be cast. Yeah, we basically have to do this, right? Yeah. Alright, certainly getting Kaya, and I guess Ujin? I mean, yeah. There's a Humiliate on top. But can we safely cast it? This deals with this. This blocks here, so we're not dead. We're going down to 1. Ugh. This also exiles the Woe Strider. No, it doesn't, because they just sacrifice it to their other thing here, which is fine. I feel like we're just barely not winning, which is really depressing. The only benefit of this sequence is I get to humiliate and look at another card in their hand and not just one. And they scryed it to the top, so hopefully they sacrifice this to draw a card. They do not sacrifice it on this to draw a card. Very unfortunate. It means I don't get to see what they just put on top. And I don't really want to go down to 1. Yeah, so I guess they're going to be able to... Because I feel like the card that they top will kill me if I go down to 1. There's not much else I think you put on top. Whenever you sacrifice a blood token... Okay, so I would have died. They only have 1 blood token. How do they get more? They don't. The only thing this does is give you a blood token and a Oh, they killed me. Oh, wait. Yes, they did. Yeah, because they drain me for one, then they swing, and I lose a life a few times over. Wow, that's... Yep. Barely getting out of it. Oh, that's so annoying when they just barely win. Ah! We had so many sweepers too, but honestly, the fact that they had a planeswalker, like I said, it's not an easy thing for us to answer, and yeah, they just got them through. And we couldn't get Demonic Tutor for our Faceless Haven because, just like everybody else, for some reason they're running a Field of Ruin, which I'm curious to see how often that actually does anything at all. I've never even thought to put it in my deck, nor have I played against anyone that played a land where I'm like, man, I really want to deal with that land. Okay, so never seen this card in my life. 4 mana 3/2 black red. You discard a card, you may cast a creature from your graveyard. You can only do it once every turn. Whenever a creature is in the battlefield under your control, if you didn't cast it from your hand, it gets haste. So, okay. They can't exploit Kroxa with it, really. I mean, they can, but not really. Certainly a deck that plays to the board, so we're going to keep this, and we're going to play you. I mean, even manlands, there's so many instances where you just never have time to blow up your opponent's manland with your Field of Ruin. And at the same time, there's plenty of instances where they don't have the ability to use their value land. So you don't really want to go down a land and have nothing to show for it. Make sure I name the right color on this. Black, white. There it is. Get the Locket in play. Alright, so we're curving out really nicely here. An empty board. Nice. We have 2 sweepers in hand. One we can tuck away from a discard spell, which I'm confident they have at least a few of. I can't fracture that, which is really annoying, but... Hey, that denies them playing anything next turn. But I feel like I have to immediately deal with this because it's actually going to ramp too much. Yeah, we're just going to 1-for-1. That's fine. That's fine. They can recast it eventually. They get another one. But this one we don't care about. This one doesn't have an ability. It's just a 4/4 haster. Alright, so we play a land, and we play Scriptures here. This exiles the graveyard, which is kind of funny. And they are black-red, so they don't really have any way to deal with enchantments at all, except Feed the Swarm. And that's just 1 card. Oh, I guess they could run Ujin. The 6-mana one, the 8-mana one is banned. Alright, they're doing this in the face of a sweeper. So, definitely not looking good for us. At all. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Oh my god, they had Feed the Swarm. Really? Wow. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, I mean, it is what it is. Kind of have to deal with their commander so they don't get Goldspan Dragon back. Wow, that is so annoying. Alright, yep, I gotta... I guess I have to kill their commander, right? Because they just recast a dragon if I don't. But they just... That's just so annoying. The only card in their entire deck that can deal with it, and of course they have it. Because it's otherwise just completely dead, right? We don't really have many creatures. So Feed the Swarm doesn't have that many targets. Like, at all. That's just so devastating. And I'm not going to fracture a token here, or a mana rock. Though I don't know how much value we're really going to get out of this. I don't think I'm going to hit a planeswalker with it. But blowing these up is not how I win the game. So it's probably completely indifferent if I do or don't do it anyways. So I might as well not. Okay. Oh, they got 2 creatures in play, so Cataclysmic Gearhulk does something. I have to do something now. I can gain 7, take 7. Set this up. It makes Gearhulk better later, especially if we ever draw a land. We can Gearhulk Teferi's Protection, which would be nice. We're not immediately dead. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're not dead. Okay. I kind of want to run this land myself, actually. Maybe I should. I really never run this land. I don't know. I just like going down lands and having... It just struggles. I mean, my deck lists usually want every mana source they can get their hands on, so... Okay. It gives itself haste just because it comes out of the command zone and you didn't cast it from hand. Well, we didn't draw a land because why would we? We can't Teferi's Protection, and I kind of have to, so I guess I'm running this out. Passing, leaving up Protection to not die, and then looking for a sweeper on the top. If we don't find it, we're dead. Okay, that kills us when we find a sweeper. Actually, so I think we're just dead. They can still cast Goldspan out of the graveyard. I guess it makes sense to let this die so I can start getting the 1/1 lifelinks. So I'm actually going to just let this happen. I'd rather it be dead than not, so... I just can't believe they had the answer to the scriptures. That was probably the only reason we lost, honestly, because otherwise we would have been able to probably stabilize. Certainly would have been way better off because we would have also dealt with their graveyard, and they have no haste threats in their graveyard. And alright, so I can play this, and they can potentially choose the wrong creature, but that doesn't make any sense because when the Scorpion dies, we die. So they can't possibly make a wrong choice. That's we just barely lost. I feel as though we just barely lost. I'm playing against commanders I've never seen before, which is kind of cool. I've certainly never seen half of what's going on today. Hey, we're back to where we started. Okay, this is fine. Lands, a weird ramp spell, and sweeper, potential protection later. So let's hope they're super creature heavy, which most red-green decks are, because that's kind of the point. Wait, what? Oh, I was about to say, it said white twice, I think. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm tripping. Alright, whiff. Whiff. Not only do they not whiff, they get a 1-drop. You gain a life. Whenever you cast a enchanted creatures... Okay. Command tower, and you... So we can cast our commander next turn, but I think Simulacrum is a little bit better. It doesn't die to scriptures, which is hilarious. Okay, I guess I'll actually read this. You gain a life. Whenever you cast your next creature spell, that creature has battle to counter, trample, counter, and vigilance counter. So it enters with a ton of different counters. Okay. I like how we don't have to make a choice on what color this plays so far. Yeah, we'll just block ourselves from getting hit from this. Gonna get a black. Yes. One trample vigilance. Okay, so they get lightning bolts. I think we block, because I'd rather draw a card. And I certainly... Actually, you know what? No, it's too cute to try to just, like, leave this alive after scriptures. I don't see the benefit. I'd rather just get a card out of it now. Oh, that's good. I don't feel too... Again, I really don't feel scared if they dilute the crap out of their deck with lightning bolts. I could even just offer the trade right now, right? Just get this going on the 4/4. That's fine. It just gets it in play, and I can Knight the Beacon later. What have they seen so far? Just this and this? So, more likely than not, they just think we're a whatchamacallit? Vampire deck that got creature screwed? Alright, looks like they had a Prey Upon effect, but declined to use it. Declined to do this. So they have 8 lightning bolts? Yes. For some reason I keep thinking it's 3, so I have multiples of 3 in my head, but it's 8. They have 8 lightning bolts in their deck. We definitely don't care. And stuff like this actually gets worse, because you have 8 cards that are not lands. Still super likely you find a land, though, obviously. Okay, there's one half of that combo. That's pretty cool. We have white, white, and all the others is dual and 1 black, so I guess we do black on this. I think I'm going to Ignite the Beacon. Can I Solemnity as well? 1 mana short. Could threaten the board lockdown. No, we're just going to Ignite the Beacon. Could Phyrexian Scriptures to prevent them from playing anything this turn sequence, but that doesn't seem worth it. This is definitely a weird card. Kind of like it. Wow, they're offering the trade with a Rejuvenator. That's interesting. Well, no, it's not. Because, again, they probably think we're a vampire deck that got screwed over with our vampires. And don't have any in play. This has haste, but they didn't haste it. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature in case haste. Okay. Interesting. I feel like they would want to just swing with that. Very strange to me. Okay, so we're going to get... This exiles... But I'm definitely getting that. This is card advantage and sort of removal. Yeah, why not? The problem is this is kind of close to becoming a creature, which is a bit annoying. But I guess we do get vampire blockers, so I'll just plus here. Just to keep my my walker alive. And this is not super threatening. If it's the only way we're taking damage, it's not very scary. Though I guess Onyx actually does deal damage to you. But you gain the life right back because of the Magecraft. Well, usually, that's kind of the point. Alright, so they have this. Yep, like I said, they did activate this, but... Wow, they're actually letting me get the card off of this. I suppose I'll block here too to gain the life, because it's going to die. How do they get this back? Escape 3 other cards. So it certainly will come back. Oh no. Oh, he has haste? What? Am I tripping? Looks like he's got haste. I don't know how. Guess I could just... Wow, he does. He actually has haste. That's really weird. Alright, well, free damage, I guess. This enters with counters, right? With one counter. So it can actually swing an Ujin for 3 next turn. But that is the only thing they can do next turn. Languish doesn't kill Clothis. I guess we Fumigate. It is a lot of life gain, yeah. And I want the 2/2 in play. Decline. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it, dude. We're getting the vampire synergy. You're just getting the 1/1s that are actually useful. I like it. We only have 1 card left in our graveyard, so this might be hard to actually do every turn, especially if they're escaping this and exiling their own graveyard. But again, not super scary regardless. We have 2 more sweepers. We can Teferi's Protection if we feel like that's super important to do. I can't say that it is. Uju's going down to 1. That's fine. A Maria's Call. We can actually cast this and get 2 4/4s. That's quite good against our opponent's board. They've been mana screwed as well, so that seems decent. Land. We do this. We're not playing on land. But I think that's fine, because we're not really looking for more mana. Not really. Yeah, this works out. Sauce them for 2. You only have 1 green source, too. It's kind of funny. They have no land to exile to gain mana. If we only got 1 angel, I would not do this. I probably wouldn't even play the card, actually, but you just get a regular land at that point. But, hey, we get 2. So they can't do a single Prey Upon to deal with our stuff. Choose a color. Scry 1. Huh. That's like a 50-50 land, isn't it? That's hilarious. It's like half the time this is tapped. I really just don't like... I feel as though this is the kind of card that did not have to be in like the alchemy or whatever. It could just be, you know, not that and be totally fine as a card. I don't feel ready to sweep the board. These don't have vigilance. I'm not killing my opponent with damage, and anything to protect Onyx is a good thing, so we just do that. And I guess we plus, because I don't care about their board in any way. Alright, we have the 9 life Solemnity combo. They can't really blow up 9 lives. Not really. But they can certainly blow up Solemnity. But not 9 lives. We gotta be wary, because if we do cast 9 lives and they do blow up Solemnity, we have way less life than if we didn't do that. We're gonna take 9 damage, and then this actually becomes a problem, because I can't out-heal it in any way. So hopefully we don't have to rely on that. We can Teferi's Protection, though, to defend it against, like, the first time they try to kill it. And Professor Onyx Ultimate's at 8. And it usually kills them, but not always. Alright, so they're chewing away at our stuff. Kind of a weird block. I mean, attack. Doesn't actually make any sense. Unless they have a combat trick, because I can just eat this Phoenix here. I mean, I'm going to block it. I also would like a land, so I'm going to put this there. And I guess I'll chump with this. I guess I could trade this off. Get the book into my hand. And at that point, I might as well block like this. Gain another life, and they can't kill everything. Yeah, that actually works out fine. Very strange attack, in my opinion. They must have an answer to my 4/4, otherwise this doesn't make any sense. Let's see what it is. No, they don't. Yeah, okay, that just didn't make any sense to me. We even get to... I mean, again, this has haste, so... Oh, yeah, it doesn't have haste. It just doesn't leave the battlefield. So it doesn't have summoning sickness. Oh, such a weird card. It's so satisfying when this is just sitting here doing this. Like, when it's alive in that same turn sequence, these are 2/2s. God, it's just so good. Alright, so they had something. I don't know what could possibly kill this, but I don't really care if Edgar dies, actually. So I will just do this. You can block Edgar, and I will start getting more vampires. That is totally fine with me. It's not like I lose blockers like this. Decline. Opponent's now learning that we are, in fact, not a vampire deck. Yeah, I'll run this out. I guess I can run Solemnity out. It's sort of free, and it could potentially mess up something they may do. It doesn't mess up anything we're doing at all. Oh, we had a land in our graveyard. No, they could have gotten mana, but I guess they, at this point, have drawn a land every turn since they were mana screwed. So now they're like mana flooded. Still have their double green, though. Goldspan Dragon. That's certainly a reason not to swing with the Angel, but I'm not clairvoyant. Looks like it doesn't matter. They just don't want to keep playing, so yeah. This goes down to 3, but we have so much value in hand that damage isn't really going to kill us. In fact, I'm pretty comfortable just running out 9 lives. Stomp and Banefire go through this, but they'd have to have those, and I'd have to not be able to Teferi's Protection. We're not scared of this. We have a blocker for it. And 2 sweepers and a spot removal spell. Yeah. And did we have Faithless in? No, we didn't. You know, so we were just amassing too much value there, which is funny. They were at 30 life and we just still won without like a clear path to victory other than just value, which is the most satisfying win for me. Opponent scoops to the value, dude. They scoop to the value. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But we're 2 in, I think, 6 or something. I've only won 2 games so far. But the games have been very fun. I love playing this deck. And every game we've lost has been pretty close, in my opinion. Oh, and this actually should probably be a land. I kind of forgot about that. That was like an hour ago. Whoops. It's fine, though. We might actually get value out of it eventually, right? It's not totally dead. Alright, so another red-green commander. And this is the Sarkhan one, right? X counters. Yeah, it's just Sarkhan Vol, but like not Sarkhan. So no active treason. So that does mean it's creature heavy. So I like this hand. We have a removal spell, a piece of the 9 lives combo, which is really nice. And we found a sweeper. We're going to temple, look for a land, found a land. I'm just going to run this out, not get cute with it. It's just annoying passing turn with it. And it has no surprise use in any way, other than the Edgar turn, because I can leave up Swords to Plowshares, but... Alright, so... you... and pass. Hopefully they just cast their commander this turn? No. More ramp. I mean, please have a land at least. Please have a land, opponent. No land? Ooh. Kind of wish I did this before they cast that, but that's fine. Alright, so you... Yep. Could have cast this last turn, but I don't think we're in any rush. Alright. Instantly punished for, you know, trying to take them off mana, but not the worst... Excuse me, not the worst spot to be in still. I am certainly going to sweep the board. I could wait a turn, get Omega Greedy. Maybe we should. They cast another creature that's scarier than this wolf. Certainly, yeah, let's just do that. It's fine. Play Faithless Haven. Pass. We now have Mox Amber online. If that's, you know, worth considering. Alright, not the best thing. Kind of wish we saw more than that, but oh well. What else does this do? You may look at the top card, blah blah blah. Sure. They're actually offering the trade with their commander, which is kind of crazy. But unfortunately for us, we can't get away with a value trade, so we're just going to go here. Maybe there was a combat trick that I could have baited out and could have just taken 6. Certainly an argument to be had, because it looks like they have something. And it looks like it's an instant speed card, so doing that probably had play. Oh, no, okay, that's fine. We're not upset about that. Certainly not upset about that. So we run you out, we play you, so we don't die. And pass, because Mox Amber again is offline. Okay. Think I'm going to run out Edgar. Yep. I just want to defend myself, so we're just going to do that. One mana short of their actual commander. We don't have another sweeper, but there's obviously like 10 in the deck. I will block if you swing. No haste threat. Null hide. Wow, I haven't seen that in a minute. Alright, we're going to foretell and probably run this out. I can see an argument for locketing and not foretelling, but not super big of a difference, really. No. Faithless Haven also kind of looks like a white source, in my opinion. It's kind of annoying. No effective double block. Looks like they want to cast a non-creature spell here. That's actually crazy. Oh, rip. Kind of annoying. I don't have an O-ring to tutor for. Maybe we should put one in, but I don't have one. Alright, draw a card. That's fine. Getting kind of close to wanting to... Oh, wow. Skyclave actually coming in hot. Oh, they scooped. No. Alright, so next turn, let's see. 6 mana, 7, 8... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because this is a mana source. Probably just do the triple 3. We exile this with Skyclave. Play Locket, and we tutor probably Solemnity? Because this is counters, right? We can actually Solemnity away their Halana and Elena's ability. Still get haste though, right? Yeah. But that's pretty cool. Solemnity coming in, doing something that's not just the win thing. It also denies the Great Henge counters, but it doesn't stop them from drawing infinite cards. We're also close to approach, right? At least the first time. We could cast it and then... Well, I'd want to ideally tutor first, so we're kind of far from like investing the mana to begin the journey of finding the second sun. Alright, so we're going to take out Mox Amber, because that's another game where kind of wanted it to be a little bit better than it was. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I was about to say. I was confused on how they answered Edgar. I'm like, how did Edgar leave the board against a red-green player? It's because they blew up the artifact side. Took me for a loop there for a second. Actually did not know what just happened. Okay, so maybe we want to land. We did take out a mana source. Curse of Silence is pretty effective. We have not played Esper Sentinel yet, and I'm upset about it. I don't like Ephemerate. We don't have enough things to blink. I don't really care to protect this. Maybe another answer to Planeswalkers would be nice. Or just an O-ring effect. See, but I don't like O-ring effects because they just get blown up and you just feel so bad about it. Birth of Meletis is nice. But again, I feel like I'd rather it literally just be a land. History of Benalia? No, our commander kind of does the same thing, but forever. Heliod? No. No. Let's look at enchantments. Maybe Idyllic Tutor has some spice it can go get. Yeah, not rares. I guess it does have Overwhelming Splendor. Or the Humility. I think it's just Humility. But, like, crazy. Oh, I don't own it. Rip. Really? I feel like I've played Overwhelming Splendor in Magic Arena at some point in my life. No kidding. Wow. Okay, well, never mind. I could craft it. All your opponent's creatures are 1/1s. And they can still activate mana and loyalty abilities of their planeswalkers, but all their creatures are useless 1/1s. Certainly... Wait a minute, what am I doing? Not only is this just good, it also gets targeted by Idyllic Tutor. Yeah, that's good. I mean, this is just really good. Turning off your opponent's commanders is really good. Is there another version of that in white? I know there's a couple blue ones. I think there's 3 in blue, 1 in green. Oh, this is a punishment, but I'm not super big on this one. Abilities will probably get there, right? Yeah. Not this, because they can actually sacrifice it. It has to specifically lose abilities, not just not be able to activate. That's like, this screams tempo. Ugh, I don't like it. No likey. So the only one is Heliot's Punishment. It does buy you 3 turns of not dealing with your opponent's commander. And that is probably about the same that this would do, right? Because there's always ways to kind of kill your own commander at the very least. Shoot, even if they naturalize this, you're kind of happy. So maybe this is fine. What am I taking out, though, actually? What am I taking out? No more Phyrexian Obliterator. I know, big Sag. There was that one game where I got some value out of it, and I'm satisfied. Maybe Path of Peril? It's a 6-mana sweeper. That's kind of steep. I like the clausal nature. You know, it can on turn 3 deal with the early aggro board. But we probably have enough board wipes already. Wow, but this card looks so cool. I mean, look at it. How do I not take it? How do I not, like, keep it in there? I like Sign in Blood. Initially, I wasn't on this card that much, but now I kind of am again. I wish it wasn't a rare. It's just annoying to get your hands on. I got the, like, special artifact art for the white one and the blue one. I didn't buy the other ones. I just got these 2 with gold. I feel like those are the ones I play the most. Well, they definitely are. But yes. All right. So, I guess the first thing I mean, Felidar Retreat is kind of what our commander's already doing, and we don't really play to the board to win. So this is technically just a defensive spell, and it's arguably worse than literally just a sweeper. So I guess Felidar Retreat should come out. I'm just big on the card because every white deck seems to run it. But every white deck seems to run a bunch of creatures, so the +1/+1 counter side of it is also, you know, a reason to take it into consideration, which we don't have. Not usually. Not typically. Mono green. Okay. That's cool. Have to play against a few naturalize effects, but usually not a boatload. We have a board wipe. No answer to Heroic Intervention from hand, like a discard spell, and that's kind of the only card we don't want to see is Heroic Intervention. What on earth is this? Okay. I think this is a card I've never played. Yes, this is a card I've never played. Is this just like a way worse Secure Tribe Elder? Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright. We have a... We don't. Alright, so is there a reason to leave up... No. I was going to say leave up Despark this turn because they're going on 4 mana, but I don't think so. It's also weird that they, like, waited till my end step to do this. I think that's a little too adorable. Because there's no way you're not sacrificing this. Like, ever. I'm just being nitpicky, though. Oh, yeah? You gain a life when you play a land. That's kind of cool. At this point, I think I'm just going to run out Skyclave Relic. I think. Maybe not. Maybe this makes more sense. Land, and then this. Because we have a tapped land. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not really looking to ramp into anything past 4 mana anyways, right? Kind of got everything I'm looking for, sort of. Alright, so all your stuff are lands. I think I'm fine with a spot removal spell here. Ooh! This will bait an enchantment removal spell, and we also get to threaten... Wait, what does this do? They first have to make it a god. This is not a god. Okay, we're good. If that was already a god, then giving that indestructible would be a problem. Alright, so this baits out a enchantment removal effect, which we would like to not deal with for later in the game. I wonder if they're playing all basics. Or like a vast majority of basics, I should say. Alright, so that was a good turn sequence for not developing on the board, certainly. Well, that's not great. Alright, so we're going to leave up Despark. There's no way I'm kicking this. Yeah, we'll just do that. Do I fracture here? No, I don't have to fracture yet, right? Yeah. So when they enters the battlefield under your control. Okay, so I guess I should, when they go to caster... This is 4 counters? Yeah, so kind of have to not let them amass value off that. I guess I'm glad to see this and not their commander. Kind of, well, I was going to say kind of interesting, but this makes sense. Alright, so that there, this here. Yes. That there. This here. Before they untap. And have, like, Snakeskin Veil or something. Scute Swarm, so probably a land in hand, yep. They get copies of Scute Swarm at this point, kind of annoying. Alright, I guess this is cheaper than the Foreboding Fruit. No land. Okay, we'll try again. Found a land. Not the best land, though, but it's a land. We still have Doomscar. I actually kind of forgot this was sitting here, so this Scute thing is not a problem. Alright, so creatures are also lands? Wait a minute. Why doesn't that break the game? Oh, non-tokens. Right, because if these count it, they count as lands, and then they see each other, and they count as lands, they see each other, and they just like max out at like the whatever the max is for creatures in play. I think it's 300. They would just get 300 Scooty boys. Alright, so we have to sweep the board. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. They get a 3/3 blue thingy, but we get to block that. Now, am I super scared of this? I think I'm gonna try to steal value with Smothering Tithe at this point. Ooh, this is tough. Or do I go down to 7? No, we're gonna just... No, I'm all in. We're doing this. I'll take 3. If you have quadruple giant growth, then okay, I lose. They actually paid for it, so they take themselves off their commander. Blast Zone. Ah. Oh. Solemnity can turn this off, but until then, this could be a problem. The back half of this is 0 mana, so this can never deal with it. Kaya was an alright draw. No real target, though. Alright, we'll just run this out and pass. Leave up Morty Boy here. They do snap it up, so it looks like they're interested in blowing up my 4s here. Yes, okay, that's fine. We're not upset about that. We don't really need Smothering Tithe, and they only blow up Smothering Tithe because Edgar doesn't die. So, yeah, that works out. Voracious Hydra 4, specifically 4. Okay. I think I'm going to kill that. I don't know what else they're doing with their mana, but I certainly am going to try to kill this. It'd be really annoying to see a heroic intervention or something. That would be a pretty decent chance or spot. Okay, so they trade anyways. This is very strange to me. Very strange. Oh, this is indestructible. Okay. That's not as strange anymore. I was going to say, that doesn't make a lick of sense. Alright, so we have to kill this before, you know, we die. So, boop. And then we can Kaya, which is on 5. Actually, ooh, maybe that's wrong because they can still use this to deal with it, and that's a little bit annoying. We do have the Book of Exalted Deeds Faceless Haven combo, at least, like, eventually. Do we have it right now? This has to be triple snow. No, we don't. So we'll run this out. That's fine. Blast Zone is above like anything but Smothering Tithe. Interesting that they did not pop it there. I think they had... No, they didn't. No, they were one off. Okay. We got them down to 1 card in hand. If they do give their commander indestructible, I guess it is kind of annoying, but it's kind of taxing. And, well, I mean, we can exile it twice, actually, so never mind. Alright. Do we have anything to reanimate? Not really, so I'd prefer to not use the Elspeth Conquers Death until Kaya dies. Oh, it's a land! Dude, it's a land. Oh my god, it's a land. What have I done? Alright. Wow. It's a land. I actually can't exile it. That is... Alright, so do I sweep the board? Wait a minute, is this a problem? I feel as though I'm going to die if it stays in play. They're gonna, like, gimmick me with some sort of trample. I'm gonna definitely just kill it. Also, 1-for-1ing our opponent when they have nothing going on seems pretty nice, so... Autopay. We could have just played... Faithless Hate. Wait, do we have Faithless Haven combo right now? It's kind of mana intensive. We might not actually have the mana to do it. Maybe we did last turn with the second token. I don't know. 9, 10, 11. They can recast it. Suppose it makes sense because they don't see I have an answer to it. Oh, never mind. Alright, so I'd rather not... No, I mean, it's kind of free, right? Yeah. Just, why not? And, yep. We don't have anything in the graveyard to reanimate yet, so we'll do this. Now they're 2 lands away. This is starting to get kind of depressing for them, I'd say. That 4/4 is a problem. Questing Beast. It doesn't immediately kill us, though, if we swing. No, that's fine. We have a 2/2 lifelinker. What are we scared of? Our opponent should just let this keep happening now, because we only have 1 card in hand, and they probably deduce that we can probably cast everything in our deck. Alright. That is actually a haste threat. That's funny. That is a haste threat. It's also a lot of mana. Like, a lot of mana. Wow. That was a really good draw. Oh, are you serious? Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, we couldn't have done anything against this. I cannot imagine there's no way we're alive. Yeah, I don't know why that was so hard. Oh man, we could have done something about this, dude. Yeah, we could have just went in on the book. Let me check. We have 2 of these. We had 2 in that turn. Snow, 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 activate. White, white, white. Ah, dude, we should have just went for it. I mean, they didn't have the answer. They could have found it, but obviously there's like a single answer potentially in their deck. So I should have just went for it. Absolutely. We don't even lose if they blow it up immediately, right? It's not like if it leaves the play, you die or whatever. That sucks. Oh, that sucks so much. But, I mean, they drew kind of really, really well. But that's not too surprising because the game did last a very long time. And they have ways to continuously utilize all the extra mana they're like ramping into and stuff. It's not like they're flooding out, right? They actually tapped for 12 and killed us. So a weak performance, weak result with this deck, unfortunately. But I still like it a lot. We were so close to winning there. In fact, we could have just flat out won if we went for it. I probably should have, honestly. I absolutely should have. Not even hindsight. It was probably correct to just do it there. So I kind of want to consider that a win, but I mean, I didn't win. The sweepers were good. I'd almost felt like we wanted more sweepers than we have, which is kind of crazy. because the board always got a little bit problematic, and we always like, oh, thank God we have a sweeper to undo it. So we might want to just put in a little bit more than we have, or a little bit more spot removal. You could argue, we're a little too slow, but it didn't necessarily feel like that. It didn't feel like that was the case. We were super close to turning the corner against so many matchups. We just never did, which is very unfortunate. This is a very satisfying commander to just have sit in play. I was surprised how many times it actually was dealt with. Quite surprising. Like, the 1/1 tokens aren't scary, and it flipping as a 4/4 could be annoying, but most decks aren't just scared of that. It's more of like you amassing a board presence outside of just him. But they still went and dealt with it, and sometimes it mattered, sometimes it would have been a better idea for them to deal with something else, and it ended up paying off. Approach, I think it was the first game where it happened. Just like every time I play an approach deck, the only time I actually do it is the first game. Or one of the first games, and then it never happens again. I feel like there's a card in here for every situation, right? Like Kaya's minus, Ujin's minus. We have ways to tutor for these cards. So we do have everything sort of covered. We have some card draw, we have discard, we have some spot removal, and obviously a ton of sweepers. We have quite a few ways to prevent lethal coming our way. We could even do Platinum Angel in this deck and give it like Shroud or Hexproof with like the equipment that gives your creatures Hexproof. The Lightning Greaves that you have access to in this format, because you don't have access to Lightning Greaves. Professor Onyx was weird. I never feel like her minus is ever where I want to be, and tapping 6 to just plus to find a card and then, you know, have her stay alive is kind of tough. Not impossible though, but certainly a card I wouldn't be surprised, you know, you'd replace if you do end up playing a list like this, or this one exactly. I would look towards Professor Onyx not being in here. Gearhulk surprisingly didn't crush a lot of people, but we didn't really play against a lot of decks that amassed artifacts or enchantments, so I guess that's not too surprising. Yeah, that's not too surprising. Fracture's iffy, because dealing with the board seems a little bit better than, you know, like this could be in your hand for a while and it feels bad because you never get to cast it. I'm sure there's better cards that do something similar that also can maybe deal with creatures, like another Mortify style card. But yeah, no, I like everything else in it. Skyclave and card draw and stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's super fun to play, and this is a very satisfying commander. Just set it in, forget it. Super cool. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. What up, Red? Just in time for me to say goodbye. Thanks for watching, guys. It's fun deck. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you would change. And yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.